Om Sri Aurobindo Mira, open my mind, my heart, my life to your light, your love, your power. In all things may I see the divine. Om Anandamayi, Chaitanyamayi, Satyamayi, Parame. Good evening. So, interestingly, we have chosen to discuss on a beautiful topic. Of course, it is the oft discussed topic for the time being. Not for the time being, it is a big quest, big query. People keep asking number of questions on this topic. The caption of this topic is ego is the bar. So this evening we are going to discuss on a very important topic, that is ego is the bar. We know ego in many forms, in different times, in different formats, in different, of course, angles. We analyze the ego. As here in the course, ego as the helper, ego is the bar. Not only ego, another also few couple of terms Sri Aurobindo has used really. We have seen in different terms. Animal was the helper, animal is the bar. Ego was the helper, ego is the bar. Reason was the helper, reason is the bar. Effort was the helper, effort is the bar. Desire was the helper, desire is the bar. So we can find some five things. Rationally we find it in the crystal clear observation, if we can be able to visualize it. So naturally we'll feel initially they were helpers, and now at the very grown up stage they become the bar, and they resist. And of course they come as not only bar, sometimes they stand as the obstacles, hurdles. They must be. Without hurdles there is no progress. We have to face them at the hurdles. But when they are actually standing as the bar, it is a different question. So it is a very different way we have to analyze it. And the time is there, of course, to have a very deeper analysis on this topic. Ego is the bar. Of course we have very little time. We are going to analyze in brief on the ego is the bar. Still in the course, it is difficult to visualize the ego, how it is coming, and the which format is coming, in which form it is there. It is very difficult to analyze. So actually it is coming in 10,000 ways, in 10,000 formats. If we all sit and analyze the formats, then it will almost, this life will go, will pass, this life will pass up, and we will not be in a position to analyze the exact definition what we are going to define on ego. Anyways, here in the course, pride is only one form of ego. Vina judhya devi nahi suchagra medini. I will not give an inch of rather one needle amount of earth, my kingdom, without any war, of course. For that, actually, there was a big war, big Mahabharata war that was being waged in the great Kurukshetra field. We have seen in the Dwapar Yuga. Already we have seen that Gita, Dwapar, Mahabharata, Kauravas, Pandavas. That story already we know, because I will never give, even not even the 5 sets of villages he was not preparing to give. I. So this great I swallowed everything, and he was swallowed for this great egoist I. Anyway, still in the course here, pride is only one form of ego. There are really 1,000. There are of course then 10,000 another. It is only pride. We identify it. We visualize it. We try to analyze. That is only visible. That also it is not also very much clear that I in format, which format it is coming. It is very difficult to identify. So anyway, still in the course, ego as the helper, ego is the bar. The second part we are going to analyze, because first part, initially without ego nobody will come. Sometimes we feel this organization, this so many things, so many attractions are there, Anyway, ego is there, hidden, well concealed in us, and if it is satisfied, some other quotes, it is ego which gets hurt seeing the ego in others. Of course, this is the message from Sri Aurobindo. The philosophy same, the consciousness is same for Mother Sri Aurobindo. Only in two forms they exist, but originally the being is one. So here also ego gets hurt while seeing the. It is the ego which gets hurt seeing the ego in others. The ego, it is sleeping. It is like something like a volcano. Three types of volcano we see that explodes. One is actually living. Every time you feel it is coming, there is nothing to worry about it. Second one is actually dead. There is no chance of getting emerged, and they would explode at all because it is already dead. Third is very crucial, very difficult to visualize. That is actually sleeping volcano. It is sleeping. You are on the way. You are on the sitting on it, and anytime unexpectedly it will it will explode. Unexpectedly also, that term I don't know how far it is feasible to use because it has to explode anytime. You can expect anytime, but nobody knows. They feel otherwise, and they are sleeping, sitting on it, and definitely there will be explosion. And once this explosion is there, it is gone. So this ego is coming in different formats. We don't know sattvic or rajasic and tamasic. So when initially we can quote of the rajasic one, that ego we can see that Duryodhan had. I want to give. I. This is I am doing all these things. This is mine. Everything was done for me. I was the god. So these are the things. These are the formats. Is little I swallowed the infinity. Something like that. A delusion comes. It's very small thing. Very small man. Very actually very little confined animal. But he thinks as if everything is being done by me. It is for me, of me, by me, through me, like this. So it is the Rajasic ego that can be explored. Anybody can find because of this voice, so because this adamantine thing, it is very much visible. But second thing is Tamasic. It is actually just opposite to Rajasic. I am nothing. I have done nothing. I know nothing. I am simply animal. I have got nothing can be done like this. There is also one ego. It is there. Third category is Sattvic. It is very dangerous, and nobody can interest in. You can take. So suppose I am a sannyasi, I will be differentiated with respect to my food, my dress, everything will be there different. I will sit alone. I will move separately. I will stay alone. Nobody will be there to disturb me like this. So it is very difficult. Spiritual ego is the worst sort of ego we have ever seen because it remains unidentified, because other two you can know this timidness or this adamantine, but thing is that it is very difficult to be understood. So this has to be identified, and it has to be slain, killed. So again we can find there is a need of ego. Of course, without the existence of ego, very difficult to come into this path. So ego is satisfied, it is there. So once this ego is satisfied, thing is that ego is coming, it has the use. But after suppose somebody is having a weakness, if I am made the I get a tender, then I will come. If I will be made the president of this institute, then I will be there with you to help. So it is done. So ego is satisfied, he has come. But afterwards, when this post is gone, when there is, you feel because of this ego you have gained something, and for this ego you have to lose karma. This left hand's karma is not to be shared by the right hand. So it is difficult. Once as you have risen, thus you will also fall. That is also the cause of your failure. And this after 3 years, this presidency will go. So then you will feel for these 3 years you have spent some money. You have been very much punctual. You are doing some divine work. You are very much in that track. Very much seem look like, or absolutely you have been turned in the on the way of transformation. But after once this presidency is gone, of course this is the not rare case, but in the most of the cases it is found. If this presidency is gone, this chair is gone, if you are losing something, that if the bet is lost, then if there is a failure in your endeavor in business or something, then likely ego is the bar. You just try to pull you out. That ego is their bar. You will never go attend the ceremony. You will never do anything. Simply you are out. So, your mother quotes, it is not the God who made man, it is of course from Sri Aurobindo, it is not God who made man wicked, it is man who made himself wicked by turning away from the God. That was the criteria. And it has, of course, it has its own use, it is also useful. Need, ego has, initially it has the need also. Suppose I can give an example. You are doing building a house. For the to build a house, there is a roof is required. You want to put a roof on the top. So for this roof, you prepare before the original roof. You prepare a false roof. It has got its need. But once this original roof is planned and actually it is prepared, then this false roof it has to fall down. There is no need absolutely after that one. So when this false roof, then for the ego, this false roof feels that for me only this was actually structured, so I will stay there. No, next to impossible. It is not possible. So this false roof has to be fallen. It has to be fallen. It has to be thrown up. It has to be taken up. That is like this. Then it comes. So everything was done for me, but actually now I am neglected. But thing is that you should remember. For this is it was your actually interest. It was you are needful. Like that Setubandha, we have seen these small creatures. They had also their need. They have also their help was useful, but not the if that small creature and this they compare themselves out of egoism with this Nala, Nila, Angadar, Hanuman. That is the gone. That lizard, small lizard, you have to do. So it is your duty you are doing. Don't compare with anybody. Spiritualism, nothing to be complained, nothing to be compromised, nothing has to be compared. But the things, these three things only we are doing in this yoga because of this our ignorance. Sri Aurobindo quotes, ego was the was a perverse reflection of the psychic or the jivatma. Perverse reflection. Reflection it is good, but a perverse reflection, that is the criteria. Our ego and its will are creation and creation and puppets of the cosmic forces. Puppets of the cosmic forces. What we do, it is not ours, or it is not from divine, but from the hostile or cosmic forces. It is actually getting organized. So we have to be very cautious. It is coming from the divine or from the hostile forces. It is the thing to be analyzed. If the egoism in nature is violent and obstinate, not preparing to go, not preparing to fall, because ego it has to thin and fall, thin out and fall. It has no position like this false roof I have already explained. But suppose it is violent and obstinate, naturally that the same way tit for tat, the same way it has to be answered. It has to be made, of course, in that way. Sometimes by answering strong internal repression and counterbalancing violence. Violence was not required, counterbalancing violence, but it has no need. After some time, it had some need, it was needful to some extent, it had the need, it had the use, but after some time, under some point of time, actually it has to go, it has to think and thin and fall. The island ego joined its continent, it was there, island was there, the entire surrounding, it was covered with water. Once this ego, this water, it has to go, and this island it has to be joined to the continent. There is no place for ego. Sri Aurobindo quotes here, slay the ego, learn to see and feel vastly universally. When there is ego, naturally that vastness and width is not found at all. If once this is gone, slay it, it is slain, then it has to be slain, and you have to learn to see and feel vastly and universally. Ego exists in limits and perishes by the loss of its limits. If once this limit is gone, then naturally you will find that there is no ego. For the ego, you have actually, for this example of the selfish giant, he covered everything. He felt isolated. I have done something, but afterwards they felt I am lonely. Nobody is coming, because they are not actually isolated from us, because I have isolated myself from them. So in limits, if that limit is gone, if that barrier is broken, if that gate is opened, then naturally free air will come in, people will come in. That is the problem. Delusion of egolessness often covers an exaggerated ego that has to be seen. Ego can always hide even behind an aspiration to serve the divine. Very cautiously we have to see, otherwise things are gone.